Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to 709 Meridian, an audio commentary podcast. My name's Andrew,
And this is D.
and we are continuing our summer of duologies. We have reached the beach with Weekend at Bernie's, and we're doing them front to back this time, thank goodness, though we'll have to do some spoilers for two, sort of. But yeah, Weekend at Bernie's. We'll get to it, but I'm looking forward to this one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. I don't think I've seen it in a while. It's been a minute.
All right. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, play. There's Leo the Lion, who, of course, was not in the theatrical. It's a Gladden release, so it came out from 20th Century Fox. And here we go. Welcome to summer 1989. There we go. Jonathan Silverman. A year after Caddyshack 2. So on his way to
Oh my God.
on his
That's
way
right.
to kind of nowhere. But better hair than he's gonna have in a few years. There's Andrew McCarthy, who originally read for Jonathan Silverman's role, but instead went with the Larry role.
For a couple of years earlier, he probably would have played.
Yeah. They wanted him for the nice guy, but he did not want to be the nice guy. I read the trivia real quick, and apparently this started as a Corey Feldman, Corey Haim project.
No way.
They changed their minds and made them older.
They eventually did something like this, so. Or Last Resort was, derivative of this. Goofy. Hey, we're on the islands.
So their New York location shooting. Pretty soon they'll be out of there. So I mean, this is Lynn Stallmeyer's
The opening
real
credits to
casting
Bosom
agent.
Buddies.
Kinda. But John Cryer tried out for both parts and didn't get either.
Wow.
Yep.
I could see him being either.
I'm not sure how they got from Central Park all the way downtown so quickly, but they did.
That's the power of the movies.
Yep. So, yeah, this came out maybe end of July, early August, 1989, summer of Batman.
I think this was the antidote to Batman because it did well.
What other comedies? 89, there was Parenthood, right? Like summer 89 did not have a lot of comedies. And it came out late enough they could sort of advertise it as a summer movie, like taking place in the summer type thing, yeah.
This was like a big comedy till like Home Alone was like the king of the comedies around that time, right? Like a year later.
Yeah.
You went from Batman Fever to Home Alone. And like in between you had this. And Look Who's Talking.
Yeah. Can't forget Look Who's Talking. Look Who's Talking was a big hit.
Yeah.
So this just celebrated its 30th anniversary, and
God.
No, that doesn't make any sense. 1989. Okay, so it celebrated its 32nd anniversary. Anyway, Andrew McCarthy tweeted the poster and said, and nothing was ever the same afterwards. When you think about it, this is one of the least successful cultural touch point movies, though. Like, people know what Weekend at Bernie's means, even if they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
As they drink Coors.
It's not just beer.
I don't think this is what the top of their office building would look like.
Uh-uh. McCarthy is trying.
Yeah,
He's trying to be that slacker, but eh.
it's
It's a Martin and Lewis, you know?
right. Yeah, it's too like they're not broad enough for it to be a an easy like because they're not comics, right?
Right.
So
They're
like
too serious, even though Silverman, when he was on Give Me a Break, he was more physical. He was kind of like a junior grade John Ritter. Ah, there we go.
this is again one of the Gladden Entertainments being a little bit too classy for. I mean, late '80s is the last time you would have this level of sort of film stock quality for this kind of comedy. Like
Yeah.
it's got that New York personality, even though it's not really a New York movie type thing. Like,
It didn't like Secret of My Success have that exact same scene. I can't get on the elevator.
it is impressive that Jonathan Silverman was able to even just get this far. Like, this isn't that different from his Caddyshack 2 guy, but it's just like, I don't
Right.
know.
He was used to this
Yeah.
because, he's a Broadway kid. The Neil Simon plays.
Yeah, that's right. I don't remember him looking like such a baby.
Isn't he only like 19 here?
Mm, let's see here.
And the girl there, that's Catherine Mary
66,
Stewart.
23.
All right.
So, yeah, there we go.
Here's the
Terry
man,
Kaiser.
Eric Kaiser, running things. Mr. Barney Lomax. Very 80s, smoking inside.
Mm-hmm. This was one of the last workplace things like this. In the 80s, you had like Baby Boom, Working Girl,
Secret of my success.
right? Like Wall
A lot
Street.
of office stuff,
Yeah.
Wall Street.
You had a lot of office stuff, and this sort of was just toward the end of it.
He's got it made, that Bernie.
Okay, so we're
Nice shot, though.
establishing. Yep. I mean, it's Ted Keechoff. He's not
Look
bad,
at that.
right? Like,
Pan Am in the back.
yep,
They really made use of the space.
yep. I wonder, and we'll have to wait till next movie to find out. But I wonder if some of the problem with the next movie is they were writing knowing that they had these actors, whereas in this one they weren't, and so like I don't know, it's got sort of a strange personality to it, right? It's kind of got this mix of like late Brat Pack with whatever Jonathan Silverman was in, like his 80s movement, sitcom to movies in the 80s.
If they were to do this with the Coreys, though, they still would have been too young.
Yeah,
89?
yeah.
I
They
don't
would
know
have
how they
had to
would have
have a
did.
different setup.
Yeah, summer job, something.
Yeah,
Not this. They'd have to. he Bernie runs the diner that they work at.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh man.
But they're clearly taking advantage of their locations here.
Hmm.
I don't know if how we're going to explain to the new audiences that everybody in 80s movies was always snorting coke.
Oh god, yeah. Like a lot of the time, it would already be set up, just right on the table.
So I can see why you would put Terry Kaiser, you would think Terry Kaiser could have handled Mannequin 2 from this.
Mm.
I don't know.
You know who
Like,
else it probably would have been? Probably would have been the who's the guy that played Phantom of the Paradise? Graham,
oh yeah.
because he's good with the oddball.
I mean, it looked up. Terry Kaiser's face has a lot of personality. We'll see why that's important later.
And he was a TV guy,
Yeah.
you know, on Three's Company. So everybody kind of knew him. And this was his big thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, this has got to be Jonathan Silverman's biggest thing too, right? Like, what else?
Yeah, because last I checked, the both of them had a special guest star on Law and Order.
Trying to remember what else Robert Klein wrote.
Huh.
Yeah, Ted Keechoff. I think he did the next Ted Keechoff thing, the Don Amici senility comedy. But yeah. Oh wow, Robert Klein wrote European Vacation. Wow, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No wonder, I always thought of that one was kind of a little dark.
Well, I mean, he wrote a few things like some terrible ideas, like what is this? Walk Like a Man with Howie Mandel.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh,
wrote Man with One Red Shoe, the Unfaithfully Yours
look,
remake.
if ever there was a movie that belongs to stay in the 80s, Walk Like a Man.
Some 70s stuff.
Damn, that was the worst one.
Looks like some episodes of MASH. What ever happened to this guy? Like his career sort of stopped in the early 90s. Yeah. Last thing he did was Tracy Takes On in 97.
Whoa.
Yeah. He's not dead yet. Yeah. Okay, so we've been missing the plot here. So basically, they discovered some accounting irregularities,
Yes.
and now they're going to come out to the beach and hang out with Bernie, and they're going to go over all this paperwork and figure it out.
And they're set up to be stooges.
We haven't hit that yet. Don't spoil it.
No.
No, because we've got the hard cut to
All right,
yeah.
right. There's a lot more story before.
There's a lot more before the beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean that is also sort of a vaguely 80s thing where you do have the very long setup to the vacation
Yeah.
or the trip or things like that. Like
Right. Because once it just goes there, it stays on that. And
yeah.
that's like the centerpiece of the movie. Look at that Herb Tarlick suit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Yep. He's got to kill him. We have bunch of effective stereotypical character actors here. I think come on. I wonder if Jennifer Tilly said no, I'm not doing that part. It's too obvious.
Oh yeah, that would have been right up her alley.
Okay, so Louis Gambal Gambalvo is Vito. He's the boss. You might recognize him from, oh,
Don
geez.
Calfa.
Yep, Don Calfa's in it. The other guy was in Real Genius for a second. Guest starred on a bunch of stuff. It's funny. Hold on, let's see. And
It's
then
the
Tina, the
PG-13 comedy.
yep, Tina, the girlfriend, was in a Halloween 3. Nope, not
Oh.
Halloween 3. Friday the 13th 3,
Mm.
and an episode of Three's Company, a
Man, who hasn't
Quantum Leap,
for back then?
and then
Who
kind
hasn't done
of
a Three's Company?
retired pretty quickly after that. Also, the 80s, everybody's got a pierced ear.
Yikes!
Well, I mean, so Ted Kiechoff directed, God, I think he directed, was it Fun with Dick and Jane, which is not a very good movie at all.
The original.
The original, no, I haven't
Oh.
seen the second one. First one, I remember being pretty bad, but he did First Blood. He was a, jack of all trades Canadian director, right? Like he just
Oh.
did whatever.
Hey,
So,
look at Billy Ocean in the background.
yeah, doing this really broad comedy where the girl's got her mouth full and stuff like that. It's
Yeah. Uh,
it's not quite like George P. Cosmatos doing a comedy, but it's closer to it than not.
Why you pushing me?
Okay. So now we're establishing that Don Calf is supposed to go out there and kill the two guys, except Vito wants him to kill Bernie because Bernie's stooping his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine this is about the end of our New York shooting.
That's a good shot, though.
Yep. Weekend at Bernie's is really well made. We're going to
Uh,
have a very nice walking street scene here. Then we're going to have a very nice walking street beach scene later. Like, oh, it was like 1989 was late enough that people realized how to make this kind of movie, right? Like this, True Believer, all that other shit. Like by the late 80s, people knew how to like make a nice, quick New York lower budget movie with personality.
Oh, first date jitters. There's a lot going on back there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. And also, so Jonathan Silverman lives with his parents. So now he's taking a girl home to his parents' house, but he's told her that he doesn't live with his parents. So we're going to talk about the teak in a second, which it just kind of looks like a 70s sitcom set. Like,
Right? Look at that wallpaper.
mm-hmm.
That's some bewitched shit on the wall.
Yeah, we are 24 minutes in and we are nowhere near the
Right.
punchline. And I mean,
The
the
gist of it
preview
all.
did not hide that it was about them carting a dead guy around. Like, that was sort of the whole sale. A very long first act for a 98
Yeah,
minute movie.
yeah, they could have sped this up a little.
I can't really imagine how you're going to do this with the Coreys.
Oh, this is obviously Haim.
Oh, yeah. But
The
just,
girl, the girl would have to be, who was hot back then, or somebody you never heard of. Now this one right here, she was always the girl.
Night of the Comet, which I still haven't seen, Catherine Mary Stewart. Yeah. I can't remember what else she was in, actually.
Really?
TV movie with Dennis Farina, I think, where he was a stalker grandpa. But other than that,
Um, she was the girl in Last Starfighter.
yeah, I do try to block Last Starfighter. So
No.
I'm not, uh, uh, got some things to say to my 5-year-old self about that one. Um,
I'm getting a T-shirt. What was that? Star Command, Star League, whatever
mhm.
the hell. I gotta find one of those.
The 80s did have its share of movies where the movie poster was better than the movie. Last Starfighter was kind of that. Last
Oh,
Starfighter,
stop! All right.
I said it. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
A great poster.
The poster
My
is dope.
science project was another one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I tried to get through that, man.
That one's rough. That is rough. And then you have something like Real Genius that never got the love. Okay,
No.
so this is director Ted Kiechoff in a cameo. According to IMDb trivia, according to Andrew McCarthy's autobiography, he directed this sequence because Ted Kiechoff needed direction for this.
Uh-huh. This is your date night movie, folks.
Okay, so
Uh-oh.
28 minutes in. Yep, it's to the Hamptons.
Hey.
Get used to that outfit on
Yeah, good old Bernie there.
Bernie, because that's all you're going to be seeing.
Hey,
So
life
now
is good.
the beach stuff all filmed in North Carolina,
Hmm.
based on my very quick trivia. Okay, got to pay attention because some of these annoying people are going to be important later.
Yeah. Well, the
Now
world
drive
is just
around
gonna
on.
suck if he stops being Bernie.
All right. So we're establishing the house. Now, the house was a set constructed for the movie,
Huh.
presumably all the exteriors. Okay, so this is important. He's being shitty to some salesman or to some contractor.
Yeah. Up.
Okay. He's having a interaction with his gardener. That's important. Okay, so the other thing is in the 80s, sometimes things got recorded to answering machines and they could be important later. So I feel like TV shows probably got whole seasons out of being able to investigate by listening to answering machine messages. Once that hit the mainstream in the mid 80s, you got a whole extra season of Magnum PI and Simon because they could always listen to the answering machine to see what's going on. We're not jumping on the boat. Oh, and
uh,
what I like about Andrew McCarthy in this is he's an unexplained bit, right? Like Herb Tarlick, there's an explanation for it. He's that type of
yeah,
jackass. But
yeah,
Larry's just this guy. There's no like context to it. It's just this strange.
yeah. He's a wild dude. Well, he's the Feldman.
He is the Feldman. That can you even
That's the
imagine?
problem.
Yep. Yep.
That's the root of it right there. Come on, have a good time.
This would actually make sense as a follow up to License to Drive.
This could, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything to, get rid of Dream a Little Dream. Ugh.
Okay. So Bernie is hanging out with the hitman
Paulie.
here, Paulie. Yep. Running through all the setup for the stuff he's done to frame the Andrew McCarthy and Jonathan Silverman.
And Don Calfa with the crazy eyes. Uh, uh, there we go.
And there we go.
Uh,
There's Bernie for the rest of the movie.
Party's just getting started. Finally.
Yeah, so there's about an hour left. We're about an hour into the setup of probably where the trailer started, right? Like,
Oh, yeah. Because all the trailer stuff is just, hey, say hi to Bernie. What's the one trailer? He's the life of the party.
I don't What else? So Ted Kochev didn't come back for Weekend at Bernie's 2, but he directed Winter People this same year, which was one of Kelly McGillis's last theatrical releases, and then Switching Channels, Uncommon Valor.
No way, switching channels.
Yeah.
That's Burt Reynolds
Mm-hmm.
and Kathleen Turner.
And Blonde Christopher Reeve.
Blonde
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve.
And then pretty much after this, he did one more, and then he hit TV and never really looked back. But he's got a solid 80s career, or not 70s career, I think. Okay, so there's a boat. Everybody parties on the island.
Yikes.
All right.
God, now that you said that about the Coreys, I can't not see some bizarro version of this with them.
But like on a sitcom set, right? On a glorified sitcom set, not in Victor Dre's beach house.
The shots would be a lot tighter.
Yeah, I actually was trying to think how they would have pan and scanned that shot of him drinking at the bar. It's a little much for.
You just would have saw his legs.
Yeah. Or maybe no Jonathan Silverman.
Right.
Okay. So they don't know he's dead yet.
And there's parts where he's kind of helping him along.
I don't think they've ever done a commentary for this. I can't believe nobody's ever put that together.
That is weird.
But yeah, so basically the rest of the movie is going to be Bernie's expressions.
Yeah.
So if he was 23 in this, he was like 21 when they made Caddyshack 2? Okay.
Oh. So he was still a youngin'.
I don't think he had a sitcom for a few years. Like,
Well, he was on
his
a
own
couple of
sitcom.
seasons of Give Me a Break.
His
I
own
don't think
sitcom.
no. I don't think no. So I think he went back to Broadway for a while, right?
I feel like his Neil Simon one was like 92, the TV movie version. So yeah.
It was always him or Corey,
Yeah.
what's his name, that played Jerome.
Yep. Well, he was in the first movie, wasn't he? Or the second movie?
One of them.
but then they were both in the TV movie.
Yeah, they played the brothers, I
Yeah.
think. See, now you hear that raspy ass voice?
Yeah.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Yeah, you can hear Feldman.
Uh,
It's just such a weird thing because it really is like the comedy's not, it's just their back and forth.
didn't they have to do a Three Stooges like this? I swear there was one of those.
Okay, so now the party has arrived. Um,
Oh yeah, this is a big sequence,
yep.
right? The gate crashers.
And they've positioned Bernie in a way that he looks alive, though his
Early neutral.
eyebrows changed between shots there. There's a fly on Jonathan Silverman.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh-huh. There you go. Your first Gladden Entertainment Arnold Schwarzenegger stand-in joke.
guy was very tanned. He's trying so hard not to move.
Mm-hmm. Toaster is by Tony.
Uh,
Oh wait, that's the surfer dude. The other dude was the Austrian.
yeah, yeah. Uh, wow. Yikes.
His eyes are closed at this point.
Yeah.
All right.
He was blinking.
So he's now lost the cocaine that was planted on him.
Yeah. Sometimes his eyes are open,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they're closed.
It's one of those things that actually TV and VHS is going to help you not notice, whereas
Right.
Blu-rays,
Blu-ray, you can see right through those shades.
yep. All right, and here we go. 44 minutes. What's the idea? Was the second one PG or PG-13?
PG-13
Was it? Okay.
had to be because there was talk of
Hmm.
yeah.
What if we pretend he didn't die?
Yeah.
Well, so Andrew McCarthy apparently said that Ted Keechoff would get angry when scenes didn't get laughs when they were shooting. And
Huh.
I'm just kind of like, who were you testing it off of? Like, this is a
He just blatantly wanted.
relatively light comedy, right? Like,
Yeah, but he wanted somebody to turn it up. Neither of these guys are used to this. I would have got Jerry Levine.
it is very much his type of role. It is a
Yeah.
Styles role. Okay. Remember that guy. It might be important later.
Wow. Nice hat.
Okay, so she did take a while to start talking, but then she does. Okay.
Okay, so he kind of wins her over.
Hmm. Okay. So we're now going to go through Andrew McCarthy's series of attempted seductions, which I will have something to say about in a bit. If you look in the background, you can see some of the other party goers. So they did a good job of keeping the same people around.
Yeah, the older guy got a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
You stay the hell away from Bernie.
This
Yeah, all
utter,
these people
yep. This guy's
just
the
happy to
utter
know her
creep.
case. Yikes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Ow. Uh.
Hmm. I don't know if there's enough of a town for all those people to. Oh, he just blinked. I just saw him blink.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah. Oh,
Woo!
nice trailer moment there.
You know who else probably would have played the hell out of Andrew McCarthy's part? C. Thomas Howell.
Mm,
This was in his wheelhouse at the time too.
that is weird that they didn't try to get somebody more closer in age to Andrew McCarthy for Jonathan Silverman's part.
Yeah. They just don't seem like two guys that would even hang out. Unless they're supposed to be around the same age.
Okay, so gonna have
Hey,
a
it's Lighthouse Beach at Evanston.
yep romantic lighthouse sequence here, but it really is just like this. Their subplot is like cut scenes from some romantic comedy.
Mm.
Because she's not gonna figure into the. Does she figure into the third act very much?
Kind of.
Surfs up.
Oh, yeah. This is the
Mm-hmm.
start of all the I'm a dead guy gags.
But we don't get to see the whole island from up there because they didn't do the
Yeah.
weren't able to do the shot. Okay,
And down the
so
stairs.
he would be
Oh,
long dead.
long staircase. Oh,
Yep.
I think I hurt myself. And
Mm-hmm. Continuing there. This is a very long setup for what the eventual joke is going to be.
yeah. Wow. I could have just fell and broke my neck. Oh,
Okay.
and there you go.
Kissy kissy. And remember that? The surf. What's going to happen? Boom.
Wah, wah,
right.
wah.
All right. So, luckily, she doesn't turn around and see the body ever.
No.
I feel like salt water would do some pretty significant damage to a corpse. All right, here we go. Trailer moment.
Yeah.
All right. There's Larry's shirt on the banister. We're going to run upstairs, knocking repeatedly on the door. And
Uh,
and cut. So, in the original theatrical version, they have to wait for Larry's female friend to leave.
oh.
Uh-huh. That got cut after the sequel to maintain some continuity, which we will talk about next episode. But it was one of those things where for years I would watch it and be like, "What? I remember something else in that scene." And it's because I did. Okay. So now we've got the mob girlfriend visiting.
She's a little too Jersey. She's doing Mercedes Rule from Married to the Mob.
Yep. Down to the outfit. It's like
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly as Mercedes Rule.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Okay, so now here's look at the golf pants. Here's the other guy following her around. And turns out Bernie's still capable.
uh,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. It's one of the really, really bad things about this here. This did not age well.
Yeah, I mean, large swaths of this didn't age well.
Nah. This was PG-13.
Uh huh. I don't know.
Was it trimmed from an R?
No, no,
No.
uh-uh. I mean, it was one of your. Trying to think, what other PG-13 comedies besides Weekend at Bernie's 2 would have come after this?
Mm.
Because I mean, it's PG-13, but yeah, its target audience is not.
It's
But
not exactly kids. It's
no,
like
it's
in teens maybe, but
yeah,
this is like a 20 something.
yeah. It's a young adult comedy, like,
Right.
but most of those at the time were R. So having one that was PG-13 sort of opened it up a bit, and having the bit, like being able to have a bit with the dead body.
They were also able to run it on cable during the day.
So he's making a Richard sleeping on one of the sofas. Okay.
With all the rooms in there.
All right. So it is now Saturday morning. No. Yes?
Yeah.
Or is it Sunday morning? When do they go out? Do they go out Friday night? I think this was
Thought it
established
was.
on IMDb trivia. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Yes, this all takes place. So this is Saturday, and the hitman's back on the island. Jonathan Silverman's waking up. Apparently, this was Andrew McCarthy's favorite part.
Well, it was a big trailer clip. Or the clip they use on Siskel and Ebert. You see their boss there is dead. He's a corpse.
I was watching or I was reading something. So remember how Siskel got all pissed off about Jo Beth Williams being naked in a couple movies we were talking about during Poltergeist?
Mm.
Ebert was the exact opposite. He was excited when chicks were naked. So okay.
He's developed a hell of a spray shadow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he wants to tell her, but he can't. And so now, luckily, Paulie is going to be ready for another trailer sequence.
All right.
I mean, this was what year was the Disorderlies? Like that was
Yeah, that was
88.
88.
So I mean, they had tried bringing back screwball slapsticky comedies, right? Like,
You know, this could have been the sequel to that too.
all right, and
Oh wow. Okay, here's the second time he thinks he's killed him.
mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So now he can't use the phone because he can't figure out the answering machine, which is another 80s and 90s bit. So he's going to listen to the message about killing them. But they've still got to find the letter. I don't remember what that's about.
Uh-huh.
This also means that Bernie embezzled all that money and kept it around in
Yeah.
cash.
We gotta get off this island.
Okay. So 66 minutes in, half hour left. They've figured out the plot of the movie.
How do they stretch this out on TV?
Well, it's 98 minutes, so they only had to
It could
cut eight
cover two
minutes.
hours.
Yeah.
Uh,
They should steal all of those stocks they're throwing around.
Woo. Uh,
I like how have you been looking at the books? There's like Robert, it's all these bestsellers, but there's like
Elmore
Children
Leonard.
of Doom over there and shit. Like,
Is that a Mario Puzo?
it was a Robert Ludlum. There might have been a Puzo on the other shelf.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Uh,
Bernie, asshole till the end.
so they're gonna call the cops, but okay, so they haven't called the cops. Instead, they're just gonna run. So now we're establishing that they have to keep Bernie pretend he's alive to stay alive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Some
this
little
kid.
shit. Yeah.
Uh, uh,
Left his bucket.
uh,
Those darn millennials with their uh I don't even know what do you sand buck like what do you even call that stuff anymore? But
sand fetish.
uh-oh.
Hey, hey.
Okay, so nope. Things are moving
uh,
faster. Yep. That'd be a good trailer moment too.
hey, look who it is.
So the stupid kid walked past the obvious dead body.
Isn't there a point where it just becomes a dummy?
I think when they get on the boat, we got a while to go before the boat.
Yeah. Or like Terry Kaiser was like, look, I'm done. So that's not him.
No. That's a stunt man trying very hard not to show his face.
Show his face. Yep.
Yep. All right. We got some light comedy car chasing. It's weird because it's got this really long first act and this really long third act because there really wasn't anything to do in the middle. Like set up
No
Catherine Mary
trace of that being
Stewart.
a tube at all.
Nope.
Right. She's missing. She gets back in late. Whoa.
Oh yeah, she comes back in for the very end, right?
Yeah.
Got a little car chase joke there. Well, this was also before every comedy had somebody from SNL on it.
Mm.
Like think about something like Trapped in Paradise. Even that had SNL connection. Like for some reason,
Oh God, yeah.
yeah, for the early 90s, everything had to have an SNL cast member. It wasn't until everything had to have a Friends cast member that that stopped.
Yeah.
Trying to, who else? Because I mean, okay, so sitcom breakouts, Michael J. Fox.
Uh-huh.
Who was between him and Jennifer Aniston?
Wow. Well, it's not like they didn't try.
Yeah, but 1985 to 1997.
Right. Who broke out between because remember
Leonardo
Friends,
DiCaprio doesn't count.
the Friends cast, they purposely tried with them with a lot
Mm-hmm.
of those. Like what's the one with God, David Schwimmer?
Oh shit, Schwimmer did a few of them. Kiss a Fool or Kissing a Fool, The
That
Pallbearer.
one. The pallbearer. Oh
Yeah,
God. Yeah.
yeah. He tried hard. Um, Lisa Kudrow did not. Matthew Perry tried kind of hard. Matt LeBlanc tried.
Lisa Kudrow lucked out with Romy and Michelle. That became
Yeah,
a big thing for a
yeah.
minute.
And then Courtney Cox had Scream,
Mm-hmm.
but between that and Matthew and Michael J. Fox, there was not like
Not
anything
really.
quite like that.
Uh-uh.
Just in general, because I mean Clooney left ER in '96 or '97,
Right.
and the one who tried it before that was David Caruso, and he failed, and that was '94. So it's like you did not have you did not have TV actors in movies. Okay, so here's this guy. All the suspects are coming back. So instead, what you had was is in the early '90s, you just had any fucking SNL guy. Dana Carvey. You had Mike Myers. You had
Yeah. Dana Carvey was in a lot of
yep,
fucking bullshit movies at the time. Uh, at Master of Disguise and all that shit. David Spade.
mm-hmm,
Remember when he tried to go it
yep,
after
late,
Farley died?
yep.
Uh,
And they tried to go together. Yeah, it was just like
Adam Sandler.
I
Even
imagine that once Wayne's World hit, right? Because that was like the first one.
Wayne's World hit, and at the time, for a minute, they were trying to see what other characters
Yeah,
they could make
and then
hit.
they just
And
went with the cast. So it's
yeah,
just
it was
like,
like Adam Sandler hit, Farley
yeah,
hit.
but you lost having your I don't know. Jonathan Silverman's and William Ragsdale's.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a shame he never made it. Hey, Bernie's all clean now.
Hmm. He's clean. He's dry. His hair looks great.
Hi, Bernie.
Okay. So we're about to get our speedboat sequence, which I believe was also a trailer shot.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Slow
hey.
motion.
Oh no. Damn.
Stuntman. Yep.
Whoa.
But Jonathan Silverman doesn't fall in. Okay. There he goes.
Oh.
Yep.
Uh,
Some questionable ADR there. All right. Does this go poorly? Yep.
no.
Get no follow up of that.
Right. It's just right into this. Eesh.
Yep.
Oh, hijinks.
Yep.
Yeah. God,
And
there goes the dead body.
there goes a dead body setting up. See, it's like they've got the comedy beats, and then the setup to them is just protracted. It's very, I don't know if lazy is the right word. It's just lackadaisical. It just takes forever to set up the joke or to get to the joke. The setups are forever. We're still not there yet.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Uh, Womp womp womp.
Trailer moment.
It's the new Three Stooges. See, I got this thing called a dead shimp.
Okay, so now we're cutting to them making their getaway into the open ocean. A nice helicopter shot there. They could afford a helicopter. And they're out of gas.
Oh,
So they have abandoned the boat
wow.
and are heading back to shore on a dead body. Okay, so now Paulie's got to get back to the island. Which I imagine was filmed down the dock from where they shoot the arrival scene.
Yeah, they didn't go far at all. Jeez.
Okay, back to the house. Catherine Mary Stewart returns to the movie. We're gonna get some more trailer moments, I feel like, in a bit.
Yeah.
What I want to know is how the cleanup works, because you know that Bernie wasn't cleaning up after that party.
No.
So was he going to leave it like that until the weekend was over? Or
Right, because they were expecting more people coming
they
again.
were expecting people tonight?
She's done that scene many a time. Eh,
How did they not make any jokes? Where were the grave robbers? Remember they made that movie with Simon Pegg and Andy Serkis? The
oh yeah.
famous grave robbers. They it seems like they should have had a mention of that.
I think that guy, the one dude with the mustache, is somebody. Yeah.
Starting some music, I think. Yep.
No.
They've never like done a good job establishing
Oh,
the interior of the house. So it's like,
it's all over the place.
yeah, it doesn't like the second floor doesn't make any sense. And
Especially that. What the hell?
it's a walkway from the back staircase, front staircase to the bedroom. So yes, there
It
was
looks
a
like one of those bridges on a Death Star or some shit.
they Jonathan Silverman could have had a bed last night, basically.
Yeah, there's plenty of
Okay.
bedrooms.
So now Bernie's gonna kick him in the balls.
Stunt man. And he still has bullets. Wait, there we go.
Nope, he just ran out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the slapsticky fight scene set to music. Jonathan Silverman's ready to help with his lamp.
Okay. I figured out who this would have worked with.
Hmm.
Patrick Dempsey and C. Thomas Howell.
They were too young.
Eh.
I mean, I can see it. They could have done it. Yeah, it would have been more like a 1987. How is this not a TV movie? Like,
Yeah. They were a little older by 89, though.
yeah. But C. Thomas Howell was almost out of his. He was almost into his Skinamax phase.
Oh, yeah, early 90s.
Yeah. All right.
Bernie gets a little dignity. Cover him up. Up.
We got the contractor and the other guy in the background. They're gone now. So, uh-huh. This is all 80 art, I think.
uh,
Okay, and cute little kid, and end of the movie.
Yeah, let's find it.
No recognizable names after a certain point there.
No. I thought the one guy was somebody.
I mean, whether or not you're going to be able to recognize their names, because they're never going to be that.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah.
So
Yeah. That's Weekend at Bernie's there.
better than better than switching channels, I think.
Yeah.
They did
This is
not
very
have
bouncy.
Starship. Yes, this was a very bouncy. It's a fun movie. It's a fun summer movie score, man. This is just,
Well, they've played it like a few times throughout the movie,
yeah.
and this is the one time. Hey, you know, they play the whole damn thing. Probably.
They could. There was something about how. What is it? Um, Something about the title. Oh, the original title was Heat Wave, but had to be changed when Motown wouldn't allow the rights to the song.
Uh,
Another working title was Hot and Cold. So they
yeah.
were really playing that up. That seems weird that they didn't come up with Weekend at Bernie's until so much later. All right, keeping going here. Pacific Title did those. That's incredible. Um,
Mm, mm.
something about an aquarium. Okay.
Huh.
Monopoly.
Mm, mm.
Finally to the music.
Music credits. Classic music.
Um, okay, there we go. I was like, where is the.
Oh, they had to have that space.
Yep.
Oh, performed by Jermaine Stewart.
Yep.
Okay. Bernie Lomax will return in Infinity War.
Pretty much. Released by 20th Century Fox Film Corporation. I love how they never take that off, but they take off the earlier
Right,
stuff.
but they changed the.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, it's Weekend at Bernie's. It is what it is. Like,
Right. It's not horrible.
no, it's just also like it's kind of a lot of work for a comedy. Like it's really talky and not funny. Like there's a lot of setup and like
Yeah. You
it.
really need to have the type of energy to do something like that to keep it funny.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of losing the juice, the two of
Yeah.
them.
They don't. The third act is it's too uneven. The tempo's uneven, right? Like you've got
Like this is
long bits, then you have short comedy bits, then you have long setups for comedy, short comedy. So it's like it's not evened out that you're getting the character there. I don't know, the comedy duo energy during the comedy bits because they're too quick.
it's a shock that they came back for the sequel because that's one of those where they do a sequel and the leads don't come back. You know what I mean?
That'll
It's
show
somebody else.
you how desperate Andrew McCarthy and
Yeah,
Jonathan
Jonathan
Silverman
Silverman
were
were.
in 1992, because this was in some ways, Weekend at Bernie's was like a Hail Mary for both of them, right? Like
Yeah,
it was Andrew McCarthy trying to do something else. He was doing direct to video before too long.
yeah.
Like, and he
Because
didn't,
he stopped playing the college kid.
yeah,
You
and
know,
he did not stick to direct to video as long as a lot of people did.
that's why he
Um,
seems so aged next to Jonathan Silverman.
and then Jonathan Silverman, after this, did no shit. He did Breaking the Rules.
Oh God,
No, he
that's
tried
the
to
one.
bust it. Oh, that's right. He tried to do drama. He was in Class Action. He did a TV movie. He did Broadway Bound TV movie, Breaking the Rules, which was really a video movie. He did 1201, which I remember being pretty good. And then it was Weekend at Bernie's too. And yeah, he hit TV movies pretty quick. So then yeah, his show was The Single Guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That was
think,
one of the must sees.
yeah.
That was one of the ones wedged in between Friends and something else.
Yep. I vaguely remember watching some of this. Who's the black friend?
Where?
They have a black friend on The Single Guy. I think the second season.
I never watched it.
Yeah. No, it was all 97. Was that before or after? 95. Wow. So they just kept making Friends knockoffs after Friends was a hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Then there
right.
was one with Fred Savage, right?
Well, there's Caroline in the City too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
Um,
Fox had some
yep. But
partners, buddies.
Partners was the one with that aired the same time as Dead and Stacy. That was their attempt at the NBC on Fox type thing.
Yeah, they were really trying to ape the NBC must see.
So yeah, next time it'll be Weekend at Bernie's 2, which I seriously don't think I've seen since the theater, but I may have seen it once. I'm gonna watch it beforehand. 93. It took them 4 fucking years. Oh my god.
Was it
Okay. It
93?
was no, yeah, it was 93. I thought it was 92. That's
Yeah,
sad.
me too.
Wow. Yeah, so Weekend at Bernie's 2. Oh no, Barry Bostwick's in it. Oh, I hate Barry Bostwick movies.
Really? He's in it? Can't even remember what the hell he. Oh, well.
He's the boy, he's the businessman dipshit in the background, I think.
Hmm.
Like the excuse for them going there. So this is going to be from TriStar Pictures, because by this time Gladden had gone out of business. So
So somebody bought the rights.
yep. Well, no, it was still Victor Dre Productions.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
just Loop Studios.
yeah. So this is okay. Wow. And I was gonna make a joke that the Andrew McCarthy and Jonathan Silverman were kind of like it was a Jack Lemmon Walter Matthau movie. But if you look at the poster for Weekend at Bernie's 2, it looks like a Lemon Mathau poster from the 90s, though, not like one of their classic ones. It looks like Grumpy Old Men 3. Somebody
Oh yeah,
died and they're
grumpiest old
pretending,
men.
yeah, Grumpiest Old Men. So, well, shit, how long is this next one? Please don't be
It can't be that long.
97. Okay.
Yeah, see, it's a Weekend at Bernie's movie. You can't go way over. You can't go too far over 90 something minutes with a Weekend at Bernie's.
No, I suppose not. Well,
No.
I was terrified it was going to be 101. I was terrified it was going to be one of those
Well, this
101
one
minute.
does drag. The first half just drags. You know,
Wait, this one or the next one?
this one,
Yeah,
first half of this one, there's no real flow to it.
no. Well, it's because Larry's doesn't have a story. Like, and that's not because of the cuts to the theatrical version. that's just because Larry never has a story, and instead it's this weird, not compelling light romantic comedy mixed with the fucking, I don't know, mob setup. Like it's, yeah. But
Yeah, and that was real shoddy, the mob shit.
yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't know. Like
Man, that was so, it's cartoonish.
they had a
You know?
helicopter. Like leave them alone. I don't think trying to think what other 80s comedy would have had a mob humor. Well, no, because this was pre Goodfellas. If it had been after Goodfellas, it would have had some sort of a Goodfellas reference
Oh yeah.
because everything did that. Yeah.
Yeah, for
It
a
would have
minute
been Joe
everything was
Pesci. It
gangster.
would have been Joe
Yeah, Joe
Pesci.
Pesci would have showed up.
They called, right, Weekend at Bernie's. They waited a couple of years. They called Joe Pesci before Lethal Weapon. No, because Lethal Weapon 2 was 89. Never mind. So, no. Because Joe Pesci
Could've
didn't
got
do
him.
shit until the late 90s. That's when he fucking started doing shit. Like 98. Eight heads in a duffel bag. Like,
No, what was the one? The one where he has to be the manager of the building. That one
the
fucking
Super.
sucked.
That was like
That was
90. That was, wasn't
garbage.
that early though? Like
Yeah, I think so. That was like after Home Alone, I think.
because I mean, yeah, because you forget about Home Alone, but there's also My Cousin Vinny. The Super
Vinny,
was
yeah,
91. So that was pre Vinny. So that was, yeah, because it took Joe Pesci a while to hit. And then once
that
he
one was
did,
garbage.
it's like once he did,
Yeah, he was in
he burned
everything
through it right away with like, yeah, he did My Cousin Vinny, that
with
hit.
honors and all of that.
Yeah, but then he did With Honors. He did Jimmy Hollywood was fucking terrible.
Yeah, that was
Big
god
hit,
awful.
big fail. And then it was the 1-2 punch of Eight Heads in the Duffel Bag and Gone Fishing, and that was basically it. And he retired after Lethal Weapon 4 for 8 years. So yeah, yeah, kind of weird. He never was that super busy. He took some other breaks, it looks like, too. Not that this has anything to do with Weekend at Bernie's, but anyway.
Well, Bernie's dead. What does it matter? Or is he?
Who would he have been, though? He could have been.
He would have been Paulie.
You think
They
he would
just
have
would
been
have beefed him
Paulie?
up.
Okay.
They would have beefed up the part. You know, he would have thought the movie was about him.
Oh
If it
my
was Pesci.
God. You know who directed The Super?
Huh.
Guy who directed Teen Wolf.
Wow. Huh.
Mm-hmm. His second to last movie. Okay. There we go, everybody. That's the end of that.
Yeah.
Tangent. So yes, Weekend at Bernie's 2. There is gonna be voodoo. I don't know if there's gonna be white guys doing accents, though. I do not remember that.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Chet Hanks and what's his brother's name? They could remake it. Colin and Chet.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. On that fine note, thanks for listening, folks.
Rest in peace, kinda, Bernie.